Hello, friends, and welcome to Finding Calm in the Chaos with the Blended Mama. My name is Teresa Stone. I am the Blended Mama. And if you are watching, then you are either hanging out with me on YouTube or you are part of our Chaos Coordinator community. And it is Sunday, and it means it is planning time. So today I wanted to chat with you a little bit about monthly planning. So about once a month, I try to take a broader look at the month ahead or the next few weeks ahead and make sure that I am prepared for the following month. So today is January 22nd. So I am starting to look at February to make sure that I have all the things lined up. I also want to chat with you a little bit about time inventories and really having an overall weekly schedule and what that might look like. We're going to talk more about that next month when we really dive into time management, especially as it relates to making time for self-care. But we are going to just touch a little bit on it today. I'm going to show you my general schedule for the week, and it allows you to see where I might have some time gaps where I can either add in some things or I can really make sure that I'm setting that aside for self-care. So I want to just start with, so the last couple of weeks, we have talked through two different inserts for planning your time. So we're going to start with those just because I'm not doing a weekly layout today necessarily. I'm not necessarily walking you through planning for the week ahead. I really want to talk generally about planning for the month ahead. So give me 1 second. All right. So, I think it was 2 weeks ago, so January 9th, so it would have been the 8th. We went through the brain dump weekly, and I really like this particular insert, because it gives you a place for you to write down like your brainstorming of everything that you have going on. And then as you move things over to this side, you can highlight them, which is what I did here. You can line them out when you have accomplished them. So the ones that you actually see crossed out here, I never even moved to this page. So this is that brain dump weekly. I really like this particular insert, and I like it so much that I did actually, so I've already done a little bit of the layout for this week. So this is my personal planner. So this is my January monthly. So I've already taken this monthly and moved it into, from an appointment standpoint, I have all of the important things in here. I haven't taken the little bit of time to really just think through my to-do list for this week, but I did go ahead and add in some fun little stickers that I had just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. Once I find that it's easier for me to add the stickers before I put the words in than to do it later. So I put the important things in here and then I added the stickers. And now this afternoon, I'm going to actually go through and think through the specific tasks that I need to get done this week. I'm not going to do that in here today. But I did really like this brain dump so much that I did get it in the large, which is what I have for my personal planner. And I'm really excited with our new Create Organized plan that launched this month. It just launched this past Friday because it has a super cute self-care insert that is just a little bit different than our normal layout for self-care. So I'm actually going to be putting that in here. So what I have in here is I have a dashboard with just a fun little deco creation here. And then I have my monthly and my new weekly. And then at the back, this is the fun dashboard, kind of like a vision board that I created during our virtual vision board event this past Friday. So I created kind of both sides of this just to kind of keep things in the front of my mind. And then I have our daily or weekly meal tracking and activity tracker. And that is because that's something I'm really working on this month. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be adding in that self-care insert right here with this particular one. And then I also have a to do now and to do later because I like to have this type of thing with me. And I'm not necessarily going to be carrying my business planner everywhere, which is where my normal to-do list is. So this is just so that I have space to write things down and I can transfer them where they need to go when I get home. All right, so that is my personal planner. And I just wanted to share that with you. Especially that self-care. We are going to be using that insert in February. So if you want to actually walk through stuff with us, I recommend that you go ahead and grab that. It does take about 2 weeks from when you order to when you receive your inserts, because we do print everything to order, and those are super, super cute. There's got kind of a girly layout on it. But anyway, so this was the Brain Dump Weekly that we went through a couple weeks ago, and this past week, we use the Direct Sales Weekly, which is a new layout as well. So this one, I did like it this week, and I just had this open on my desk. I actually didn't have it in my business planner at all. I'm still working on flow and figuring out where things are going to live. But I did use this week. It just stayed open on my desk. So this next insert I want to share with you is the hourly weekly. And you can see I've done some different time management layouts in here in the past. So this is my current, we'll call it like a template that I work from when I'm really thinking about where do I have time, because pretty much Monday to Friday, and except you can see that I forgot to fill out my afternoon working sessions here. So let me just go ahead and fill that out while I'm thinking about it. So I do generally work 7 to 4, and it used to be 7 to 3:30, but because I've added in that afternoon walk run during my lunch break, I do account for that. So I make sure that I get my full work time in. So we do just block off until 4. But you can see that I have, this is basically my lunch time, which we get half an hour, but since I've taken a little bit longer, I've just added that half hour to the end of my day. So that is basically kind of a layout for what my week looks like in general. There is room for flexibility. I generally actually walk or run at 11:30, not 12. So, there's room for you to move things around, but this gives me a general outline for what my week is going to look like, and allows me to see where I have space on an average week. I also went ahead and kind of wrote down my morning routine, which you can see I wrote across the top here. And so it was easier for me to just write out what that routine looked like once, and then I just said morning routine. So, we get up, we walk the dogs, I have some coffee or hot tea, and then this is where I added in just some quiet time for myself to read, whether that's a business book or a personal book. It's just half an hour for me to not be scrolling on social media, but to be actually doing something that is going to help me personally. So it's usually just a little bit of reading. And then maybe you have an after work routine. I don't actually have one necessarily, but maybe you go to the gym, take a shower, then you make dinner, and then you have your quiet time. That might be where you want to fit something in. So this is not my actual after work routine, but that is maybe, if you're not a morning person, you might want to try to think about what can you do after work. So this gives me an idea of where I can fit things in. You can see that I have taken like some Monday time and Tuesday for some specific family time. It does get a little more complicated now that my son is working, because sometimes he works on Tuesdays. So things are flexible, but it's basically, I want to make sure that I have a cut or set aside some time specifically for our family. Okay. So we're going to be talking about this more next month. I don't necessarily fill this out every week. I can tell you that whenever life gets super crazy, this is the insert that I use just so that I can plan a little more detailed. But this just, again, gives me that general idea of how my week gets scheduled. Okay. So what I wanted to chat with you a little bit is really on that monthly planning and really starting to think ahead. So what I did this morning before we hopped on was I started going through like things that I know that my kids have. So I've already started adding in their youth group on Wednesdays, and then they have small groups that start in March and April. And so I just wanted to make sure that those made it into my calendar so that I can plan around it. Like this is their Show Some Love. They do some community service this weekend. So things like that I know that we're going to need to be able to plan around. I have included things like that into my personal planner. So when I'm planning for my business, which is what I wanted to kind of talk about today, that is one of the things I look at is I have my personal planner beside me because my personal life still comes first. Aside from Tula 12, I love Tula 12, but at the end of the day, we all do direct sales for different reasons, right? But a family is, having time with my family and being able to support my family is something that is super high on my priority list. So I do want to show you, this is the month on one insert. You can see this was January. I usually write the theme somewhere in here. So it's building habits. And as I plan out my month, I have included things in here. So this was our workshop day. We had a in-person vision board day and a virtual vision board day. And then we have game night coming up on the 27th. So if you're not in our Chaos Coordinator community, you definitely want to go hop in there. You can go to theblendedmama.com, and right there at the top, you should see a place where you can join our community. So these are just how I keep up with meetings that I might be attending, videos I might need to go watch, or lives that I might need to watch. Like this was our team meeting, but there was also a leader call right before that. So this is where I kind of keep up with my business stuff. But you can see that February, I haven't done a whole lot. And some of that is just because I don't know all of it yet. But what I do is I start to think about what are my business goals. So I have sales goals that I want to meet. There are rank goals. Again, this is direct sales, right? We all have different goals. And then I added in a little tracker here to track my personal volume. So just so you can see what the pages look like when they're blank. So I do have hostesses, but since I hadn't made my page all pretty yet, I just put them on a sticky note. So Amanda and Andrea, y'all are my March hostesses so far. But this is what the page looks like blank. So you can really use this to create whatever kind of tracker you want to for your business. You could obviously just use this to write things in on the days, just write the date in the first box and whatever it is that you are doing. But you could obviously continue to use it or begin to use it to track other things. So this month for February, I'm actually going to be doing some mystery hostess stuff. And this is where I can keep up with the list of who all is in the running for that mystery hostess. So that is one of the events that I have listed. We're also going to be doing daily affirmations. We're going to do a time management workshop, an in-person crafternoon, and a virtual crafternoon. So those are things, these events need to make it somewhere over here on my calendar. I also made space to celebrate people who are new to the crew, my top PV earners. So that's personal volume. So basically the top people on my team, and then everybody who gets qualified during the month of February. So we do have some really fun incentives for brand ambassadors this next month. And if that is something you are interested in learning more about, you can go to theblendedmama.com/join, and it will take you to our join page where you can actually see the incredible opportunity we have for January. You can get the $99 kit plus a bubblegum tote for just an extra $20. So for $119, you can get the bubblegum tote plus everything that comes in the $99 kit, which is really awesome. So anyway, so let's start to think about things that we're doing for February. So I'm looking at my February calendar here, and I can see that I'm probably going to do our workshop here on the 9th. I do tend to like Thursdays for workshop days. I don't know why, I just do. So I'm going to just go ahead and kind of pencil this in. And this month I was just going with this color theme. I don't know, I guess because it's February, the month of love, it's a little pinkish. So we're going to put workshop right there. And then I am going to I need to talk to my husband on what day I can do a crafternoon because I have to work here. So this day is basically not available. So I'm going to just kind of do a little dashed line through it because I can't really do a ton because I'm working at the bakery that day. So it's just something I need to keep in mind. And then the 25th is my Tuliversary. So I'm sure we will be celebrating some things there. Let's see, I joined in 2021. Yeah, so 2 years. Is that right? Yes. Seemed not right, but it is. I feel like I've been with them longer, but not in a good way, of course. Alrighty, so I'm going to put that on here. And then I know that we have our accountability meetings at 3:30, unless she changes that. So I'm just putting those in here. Again, it's just so I can plan around things whenever I'm filling in. And I'm going to guess this will be our team meeting. So that's at 6. And then I know that I have, this is at 8. I have Chaos Crew. So that is my team. I know it gets confusing sometimes for people on my team. The difference between the Chaos Crew, which is my team, and the Chaos Coordinator community, which is you guys. But yeah, so that's my crew meeting is on the 21st. And then we normally have, I'm trying to think of what else we have. I'm going to guess that this will be leaders. And the cool thing is that with these friction pins, I can erase this if I was totally wrong. So, and I'm going to guess that we'll have a plan with me here. And I will continue to do the plan with me's at 4 on Sundays. Now next week is going to be a little bit different just because I have a family meeting, so I don't have this on the books for next week, but I may do it anyway. We'll see if I can figure out how to make it work, but I don't have it technically on my calendar for the 29th just because of life. So I do need to check on that. So, and then I'm going to put, let's see if I can find a fun sticker to put on across the top here. So I didn't quite plan this out quite enough. So I'm just looking for a sticker that I can write on that isn't going to be too big. These are not, those are not working. Let's see what else we got in here. These are too big. Too big. Too big. Sorry, so I'm flipping through a sticker book here. That is not helpful. But this might work. Maybe. Now I'm going to have to cut it. Alrighty, so. So I found a sticker and now I should have done the measuring before I pulled it out of the book, but that's okay. Alrighty, so hold that off. Let's see. I need a little bit more cut off here. I don't recommend doing what I'm doing right now. This was not the brightest idea. But I really, I like to cover up the lines and I didn't want to write over whiteout. So, so we're going to do this and it will be okay. Alrighty. So this is going to be mystery host month. So it's the 1st through the 28th. And I will, so you're going to have to just pay attention for more details to come on that, but I will work out what the details are, like how you get to be entered into the Mystery Hostess, that sort of thing. So just know that that's coming up in February. Oh, and then of course there will also be the monthly mission. And don't forget, if you are looking for Mission Calm in the Chaos, it is in the announcements of the Chaos Coordinator community. So there is still time to get in there. And basically all you have to do is take a picture of your January layout, drop it in the community, and you get entered, and you will get one of these fun postcards. So we already have some that are ready to go. So these will be mailed out at the end of January. And you can collect these. And when there, I do have prizes for you when you have 3, 6, and 12 of them. So you'll have the opportunity to earn one every month this year. So just keep that in mind. You're going to have the opportunity to get them every month. But there is still time for January. You can submit it all the way up through January 31st. So make sure that you grab a picture of your January layout and drop it in the group. February's mission will be different. So just know that it's a different mission every month, but the intent is to really help you start to use your planner and just start to work on building that habit, right? Which is what we've been talking about all month. All right, friends, I obviously still have some gaps to fill in, but this is kind of how I do my month. I do, again, once a month, I take a bigger look at my schedule and I start to plan my business tasks, but also keeping in mind all the personal things that I have going on as well. So hopefully that helped you guys really think about what it is that you maybe need to get done this month. Again, probably more for February. Hopefully you already have your January laid out, but, really taking that time to do a little bit more planning, not just your weekly, but really starting to look ahead at the next month so that whenever February does get here, you're not like, oh crap, I have no idea what's going on. We need to kind of build those monthly plans, a couple weeks before, just sure you have any appointments that are in there. Obviously, those should be written down as you make them. So make sure that you're doing that. But like today I filled in, we had gotten a card in the mail that has their schedule on it. So I basically was taking this information and putting that into my planner. So, things like that, kids' activities, I still have to figure out when the heck my daughter's doing soccer. I have gotten zero information, but I do know it starts in February. So I'm hoping that they submit that soon. So some of this I haven't nailed down because of that, because I don't know when her soccer practices are going to be and when games are going to start, that sort of thing. I assume they're going to be Saturday mornings like they were this past spring, but I just really have no idea. So I'm doing the best I can to plan. And then again, sometimes you do it in erasable ink so that you can change things up, my friend. Alrighty, I would love to see your weekly plan, or if you have started working on February, feel free to drop it in the comments. If you have questions about anything, you can add that there as well. Let me see if I can super quick show you. Let me figure out how to get over there. Let me just show you that create, organize plan. Okay, so 1 second here. Let's see if I can make this work. Present, share screen. Let's share this. Yeah. Alrighty, so this is the Tula 12 website. So you're going to go to theblendedmama.com/shop. It's going to take you directly to my website. And what you're going to do, so if it will probably bring you to the new releases is my guess, but it might take you to this page. I don't remember exactly where it takes you. But what you're wanting to look for is this create, organize, and plan section. That changes every month in the middle of the month. So it did just change over on the 20th. And what's really cool, just gonna try to blow up, wrong way. Blow this up so you can see a little bit better. So this month we have the self-care insert, and it is super, super cute. So let's see if we can blow this up for you just so you can see it. Um, I just really like it. So, you have what inspires me. So this is a great place for you to put like a motivational quote, a spot for you to keep up with the books that you read this month. These cute little perfume bottles, or they could be nail polish. I think it's perfume, to keep up with how full am I. And that can be, you could use it as a water tracker, but you can also use it to think about your emotional fullness and how, maybe you need to, again, a lot of us are just needing to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. And so it could be how full do you feel in terms of that self-care? There is a tracker. What am I doing this week for me? For me, that means that I'm taking that time to read every morning. That is definitely going to be one of mine. Taking the effort and the initiative to actually drink all the water I'm supposed to be drinking. That's going to be on here. But what I'm really excited about for this month is that this whole right page, let me see if I can pull up that right side for you. So it has, it says write down your thoughts. So it's really intended for you to kind of do some journaling, which is going to go great with what my plans are for February. We are going to be doing daily affirmations in our Chaos Coordinator community. So every morning I'm going to give you a new affirmation. You can write it down if it's one that speaks to you. But if it's not, maybe that's just not something you personally needed to hear. You can write down your own daily affirmation and why you feel like that is something that's super important for you. So I'm excited about that particular layout. And then let me show you. So then there's also this create, organize, and plan girly stuff kit. It is super cute. And the insert does come in medium, large, and extra large. So it's a fantastic. It's doing something over here. All right. Then we have, this is the create, organize, plan kit. It is super cute. It has your pretty papers. It has a create it yourself bookmark. So it has, that is in there, a super cute little coaster. There's a journal card, some die cuts. These are little sticky note. The shoes here are sticky notes, some adorable little buttons. This is another die cut. Check out this stiletto charm, my friends. It is so cute. I definitely got this kit just for the stiletto charm. And I don't even wear stilettos, but they're super cute. A fun little sticker sheet so that whenever you're planning in February, you have some really fun stuff to decorate in your planner. And then also this super cute washi tape with some adorable shoes. And I think there's a hat in there, every certain number of shoes. So I am in love with this create kit. It's super, super cute. Lots of goodies in there. And if you get the insert and the kit, you should get the decal for free. And I can't remember if you have to actually add it to your cart or if the discount gets applied. But if you were one of the early people and you didn't get the discount, they are going back and crediting that. So just know that they are fixing it if you were one of the first people to order. But yeah, so this is the decal and it's so stinking cute. So again, it just has some of those daily affirmations that we all need to remember. I'm going to be putting this on my little keychain charm that is attached to my purse. That is definitely where this one is going. So I fully intend to use this one. I don't use all the decals. I buy them, I collect them, but I don't always use them. But this one is definitely going on my purse. So I'm really excited about that. So if you are wanting to kind of follow along with us with those daily affirmations and have a place to be able to put them, then I would love for you to get that self-care insert. And if you like to decorate, go ahead and grab that kit too. Now, I will tell you that is the only way to get that stiletto charm is to buy the kit. So if you were like me and you're like, I have to have that charm, then you're going to have to buy the kit. That's the only way to get it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you decide to come along with us on the self-care journey in February and really just working on our time management skills to make sure that we're making time for that. If you have questions about any of the things that I have shown you today or talked about today, you can always reach out to me, Teresa@theblendedmama.com. Or you can just go to theblendedmama.com and find me there and on all the social media channels. So I'm right here. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I hope that you have a fantastic week ahead. I'll see you guys.